Do you have a room in your house that looks unfinished and generic? No matter what you do or how much money you spend on it, you just can't seem to get that cohesive, designer level space that you want. It just leaves you unsatisfied. How do the designers you find on YouTube, Instagram, or Pinterest create a design that looks complete, cohesive, and perfect? It isn't because they're more creative than you, or even that they have a bigger budget. Great designers get finished designs because they know how to take their inspiration and turn it into a plan that creates a unique space. Hi, my name is Erin Valencic. For the past 17 years, I have been a designer and real estate developer in Los Angeles, California. This process I'm about to share with you has turned thousands of generic homes into unique, finished designs. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a recent home we designed in Playa Vista, California, to show you how to take your inspiration, turn any room in your house into a finished, designer-level space, regardless of starting point, design knowledge, or budget. As a bonus to what you'll learn in this video, when you click on the link below, you can also access my designer toolkit. The toolkit is a group of tools and techniques we use at my design firm to extract our clients' style. We get paid thousands of dollars to give our clients their dream homes, and the toolkit helps us create unique styles and finished spaces. It is the perfect starting point for anyone looking to redesign or remodel any room of their home. So, what is the process to create a finished space? The first thing you're going to do is to define your style. Homes look unfinished because the design doesn't have a foundation, or they look generic because the foundation is a group of random ideas that they found online that may not go together. To create a finished look, you need to learn to create your own style, not copy others. For example, when we came into this Playa Vista home, they had no style. They had a vague idea of what they wanted the kitchen to look like, and then they just added things to their kitchen that matched this vague concept. The first thing they did was add this odd low bench because they'd seen an influencer put in a bench. Then they purchased some new furniture that they liked, but when you look at it, it doesn't work with the style of the bench, and the bench didn't really serve a purpose, but it did take up space. The drapery and shades were also poorly thought out. And if we hadn't stepped in, the family would have just kept redoing this room endlessly. Your first step to creating a foundation is to grab all of the inspiration images you can find. And it doesn't have to just be interiors. It could include exterior design, art, landscapes, anything that inspires you. Pinterest is a great tool to do this. Some people refer to this as creating a mood board. The problem people run into with mood boards is they create a mood board and then immediately start buying things. But a mood board isn't a plan. It is the start of a plan. They can leave room for error when designing a room, which leads to expensive mistakes, as we saw in this Playa Vista home. You need to take it a step further. We do this by pulling out all of the commonalities on our mood board to create a language for our style. What are the two main colors? What are the accent colors? What is the vibe or feel? What elements are in the inspiration photo? What are the functional needs of the room? Here's what this looked like in the Playa Vista kitchen. They wanted a beautiful kitchen that doubled as an entertaining space. They also had a family, so it had to be functional and able to hide the mess easily. They wanted a slight beachy feel, taupe gray stain, bright warmer wood, and brass and black accents. By creating this definition, every decision we made going forward had to match this language. If it didn't, there was no place for it in the kitchen. This makes decision-making really easy. To help our clients create their language, we created a tool called the Honing Your Style Guide, which you will get access to when you grab the toolkit down below. This guide is a list of questions that pull language out of your mood board. This 5 to 10 minute worksheet that covers the elements most people skip will save you so much frustration, save you from wasting time and thousands of dollars. Now that we understood what our style was, we could transition away from copying to creating. That is why I said at the beginning of the video, designers aren't more creative than you, they just follow a better process. Our next step was to take our foundation and start looking for all of the potential elements that fit our language. We then put them into what we call a visual guide to compare and contrast. In the Playa Vista visual guide, we added warm tone cabinets with a gray wood feeling to match the taupe gray from their style guide. We included accents of natural wood for warmth, specifically in the flooring, another element that we pulled out of the rooms they loved. A slight beachy vibe was added by way of rattan stools and wood accessories. Having all of your favorites in one place lets you see what they look like on the inside of a bigger design. That's another way the visual guide helps keep your design on track. In our toolkit, we've included a sample visual guide with instructions on how to use it when speaking to vendors or even with sales associates at Home Depot or Lowe's. Or if you're remodeling, how you can use it to communicate with your contractor. We have also included our favorite elements that we use in My Designs. This will let you easily copy and paste the ones that match your style into your visual guide. The toolkit contains the product names, where you can purchase the items, and even has links directly to the vendors. This will save you hours jumping around the internet to create your visual guide. Your last step will be to finalize your plan using your budget. Your budget will let you whittle down the visual guide to the exact product you will use for every piece of the space. This is the point where it's often helpful to use one of the 3D room visualization apps so you can see how your style looks as a finished product. Or you can just compare and contrast using your visual guide like we do at my firm. In the toolkit, we've included dynamic budget docs for interiors, kitchens, and bathrooms. They contain everything you need to consider for a space. After this, you will have what we refer to as a palette. Your palette is your style put into a plan, like a recipe that you follow through the design process. It will guarantee that your design looks unique because it's based on your unique style. It will guarantee that your home looks cohesive because you've compared and contrasted each piece. And it will guarantee that your space looks finished because you have a budgeted roadmap that represents an already completed room. The Playa Vista family was hemorrhaging money on a home they didn't love. But by simply going through this process and using the toolkit, they were able to completely transform their home into a space they loved being in. And because a well-designed kitchen recoups an average of 60% of the home value, and they stopped spending thousands a year on patchwork design, they were able to do it for roughly the same amount of money they were already spending in the long term. To recap, in order to create a space that feels complete, you have to create a style. To create a style, you need to gather your inspiration into a mood board, create a language to define your style, build a visual guide based on your style, and finalize your style using your budget. This process has worked on not just the Playa Vista home, but hundreds of other homes that we've designed, pulling out their style from their inspiration images to create a space that is unique and looks finished. You can do this on your own, or we've simplified it for you in the Designer Toolkit, which you can grab by clicking the link on or below this video. It contains the Honing Your Style Guide to let you quickly define your style. This is the most important thing in the entire toolkit. It truly separates a unique design from a copycat look. There's an example visual guide and hundreds of copy and paste elements that you can pull into your visual guide based on your defined style. This will save you hours scouring the internet. It has our dynamic budget spreadsheets for quick planning. And as a bonus, it contains over 10 of our favorite done-for-you palettes that we have used in recent homes. Our clients pay us thousands of dollars to give them their dream home, so we cannot afford to mess up. The toolkit is where we start each one of them because it provides us guaranteed results by finding their style, the perfect starting point for any remodel or redesign. So if you're ready for a streamlined process to creating a home that gives you a feeling of satisfaction when you walk through the door, grab the toolkit below.